Welcome to the stream. The Atrioc broadcast here on May 6th, 2026. Good to see you. On time and under budget, folks. I love Trump hands. The best thing Trump ever did for this country, other than his 1 year of faithful and non-corrupt service as our Lord and Savior, is Trump hands. It's just a great way to make a point. Point made. What timing? I was just watching you laugh at the Pawn Star guys glaze Trump. Yeah, it was pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Squark, thank you for the 2 months. Your content is a blessing in my life. I wrote you a short story, but I don't know where to send it. That's so funny. I assume you all feel the same, right? You've all written your own short stories today? You wrote a book. Oh, good. I think a short story is almost underselling what I mean to you. Wow, that's really powerful. Atrioc, wait, what? Hey, Deaf Boy, thank you for the 5 gifties. After 6 months of searching, I got an offer on a job today. Hey, that's gotta feel fucking good, Deaf Boy. Congratulations, W's in the chat. 6 months of struggle for a reward. That's sick. Congrats. I know that feels good. I told the story a million times, but obviously the most despondent I was looking for a job was when I moved to California and I was living in a fucking rented room and part-time babysitting and writing for Team Liquid for $15 an article. And then I got the job at Twitch, and I put the phone down right after I said, I like faked being calm, put the phone down, screamed, ran around the house, ran around in circles. It was such a big moment to feel like I had an income. And they drastically underpaid me, by the way. I told last year, right? Like the story about how I negotiated for salary at Twitch, and like I just didn't negotiate, and they were almost shocked that I took the first offer. I think I might have been Twitch's lowest paid employee for like a year and a half. I think I legitimately was Twitch's lowest paid employee. Surprising after these many years, you still settle for underpaid work at Twitch. So true. I'm still underpaid and I still work for Twitch. How's that fair? I'm still doing this shit for free. Oh. Stuff like that's why the job market is screwed. You think stuff like that is why the job market is screwed and not like decades of fiscal irresponsibility by our government, regulations that allow corporations to monopolize their industry, and the slow decline of US as a global hegemon, which means capital flowing to different countries instead of America? You think it's that, or the fact that I got too excited and took a lowball offer? Hegemon, is that a Gen Z Pokemon? Yeah. Yep. Don't let Doug and Aiden trick you. Debit card is a strat. I know! Dude, I was getting roasted on my own podcast with my co-hosts for not having a credit card. I don't have a credit card. It's like I can't get one. I couldn't figure out the arcane logic. They throw them at you. They want you to have them. I didn't want one, bro. I wanted to live off only the dollars that I have in my account. It's not crazy. And it's like my credit score is good, so the building credit argument is horseshit. 3 points? You guys have all bought into the fucking points maxing bullshit, dude. The points are a direct trade for your soul. Every little bit of your soul and energy you give them, they give you back points. So you're in the Chuck E. Cheese of hell, and you're fucking happy to trade tickets in for the prize, dude. I don't care. I don't want that shit. Ooh, man, these Altoids are sour Altoids. Look at that. That's something I can get behind. Atrioc, whoosh me. I'm graduating on Friday. Everybody, give a big W for the graduation of... I lost you. I lost your whoosh. There was too many W's. You got pushed away. Hey, W, though. Hey, W. I hate my biology professor. What are you telling me for? Do you think this is a fucking digital diary? What are you typing this in? This is a stream. You need to come prepared. You need some shit ready to talk about. I need topics. I need a +2. I need a funny comment. Is a chat, you have to show up for work, bro. This is not a one-way street. Will you address the Warcraft situation? Oh, you mean the situation where I defeated world champion Hera today? W's. I beat Hera one-on-one. Ladder match. Felt pretty good about it, honestly. And what's incredible, you may not believe this, but I was just rage queuing. I was just rage queuing. I was telling Grubby, I was shirtless on my computer, I had no Twitch open, nothing. And I lost 6 games in a row, and I was just fucking rage requeuing, and I got Hera. And I was like, oh, I better lock in. No, it's not like I haven't tried to snipe him on previous days, but today I was not doing anything. It finally just happened. Was Hera streaming? He was. You can go watch the VOD. I think Grubby also commented and watched it. It was a pretty good game. All my practices paid off. I think I would win this tournament. It's very sad that I am not entered, but it's my own fault. I really think I've got the sauce with this game. This game kind of clicks with my fucking buttons. By the way, not if you're interested, but Tyler 1, who was the favorite for the tournament, lost today against Yamato Cannon, who has like literally 1/17 the amount of games. Yamato Cannon met him on ladder, beat him, and then talked some shit. I think Tyler 1 lost 10 games in a row. Like I saw his fucking chart and it was just red, just blood red. So there's a bit of so everybody, by the way, because he lost 10 in a row, it put him at the same elo as me and Hera and everyone. So everyone in the tournament is the same elo, basically, or lower. You selling that hat? No, not currently. Might consider it. I might consider it. It is a funny hat. You beat Hera? Yes, I did. Tyler 1's tilting? Yes, he does. I don't think his mental is there. It's crazy because I thought Tyler 1's mental was like, it must be incredibly strong to play League of Legends at a high level. You have to have good mental. And to get as good as he got at chess, you must also have a good mental. But his Warcraft 3 mental seems to be terrible. Now that you have your Spirit hat, are you going to become a co-owner with me? Let's buy spiritair.com. Spirit 2.0 owned by us. AI generated website. AI generated text. They shut it down. We build it back. Spirit didn't fail because people stopped flying. This is all AI. Somebody had Claude whip together his website and you're making me read it? What do I... Most people with bad mental quit playing. He just tilt cues another dimension and plays 10x the game anyone else would. Yeah, but I mean, if you look at Hera, Hera plays more games than him, even rage queuing, and doesn't have the mental. But that's champion's mentality, and that's why when I defeated him, I sort of have a better champion's mentality. All I'm saying is Hera's been grinding nonstop, double my games every day the past week, and yet people talk shit. You don't know that people forget that I'm a grinder because I've been fucking politics Andy for a year or 2 years. I'm a grinder, dude. I'm a dyed-in-the-wool fucking grinder. I can grind with the best of them. They made that app for me, Grinder. I can grind. They don't know about the Atrioc 19. They don't know about Monkey Ball Black Borders. They don't know, bro. They don't know. But the grind is fucking real. They don't know how I'm a fucking unathletic 30-something putting fucking hours in every week to get better at basketball. All right? Talk about swallowing your pride. Go talk to a coach who only teaches 12-year-olds and be like, hey, can you teach me how to fucking post up? Like, it takes grind. It takes grind. I had to be out there at midnight shooting next to a homeless guy who was trying to sleep. He yelled at me, go home, I'm trying to sleep, as I was shooting bricks, brick after brick after brick. I'm a grinder. Dude, if I want to get good at something, I'll get good at something. And I just did it with Warcraft. Tell him to go home? Well, you know what they say about the homeless. You can't tell him to go home. He said, bro, I'm homeless. And I said, I'm sorry, sir. I believe the right term is unhoused. And if you don't mind, I'd like to finish shooting. Okay? And I canceled him. I canceled him right there on the spot. Could have built in my house with all those bricks you were putting up? Yeah, probably. I was throwing brick after brick. But now I make a 3 most games. It's the grind, bro. It's the grind. It's the most joyous thing in life. It's so worth it. Big A, I get the opportunity to make the American judo team this weekend. Can I get some advice before I go to the tournament Sunday? Chat. Nobody knows judo better than my chat. Give him the advice that he needs. Okay? The thing about my chat is they're all judo experts. And they will tell you exactly what to do. Sweep the leg. Chop, kick, fuck. Jew don't mess up. That was me. Yeah, I didn't even steal him chat. Nobody wrote it. You're the grinder, give him some advice. Yeah, it's called practice, bro. We're talking about practice? Yes, Allen Iverson, we are. We're talking about practice. Most important thing to getting better at something. My goat put that washed RTS wannabe in the dirt. Yeah, nobody's more washed than the guy that just won the biggest championship in AoE 2 history. You're right. We cooked that fraud, bro. He is washed. He doesn't even understand RTS. But then he lost to you? Facts. Facts, 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 and logic. Facts and logic. The field train, thank you for the 59 months. Much appreciated. Can you give your hamstring to Luca? He needs it, big bro. If there was experimental hamstring transplant surgery, I would give Luca my hamstring. Because the pain I feel from watching us lose a winnable series is far greater than a torn hamstring. I would... He wouldn't want your old-ass hamstring, let's be real. Okay, that's just hurtful. What's with the need to be hurtful, huh? When did that become part of the chatter lexicon? Why don't we become lexiconnoisseurs of different ways of approaching the problem? Why don't we shop around a bit and find some nicer things to say to our streamers? Hey, I'm a first-time chatter. Well, then you always get a whoosh. I'm a 23-year-old who went into the trade straight out of high school, but I recently decided to go back to college. I originally wanted to become a teacher, but after talking to dozens of teachers, all of them told me to avoid the career altogether. Teachers hate teaching right now. I pivoted to majoring in supply chain management. Luckily, teaching is still an option if I ever change my mind. Fuck, I lost your message. Curious what your take on the teacher shortage in America. You probably know my take if you're a Big Eclipse viewer or whatever. I think being a teacher really sucks right now. You're squeezed between parents that try to undermine your job at every turn, between kids that don't pay attention anymore and have behavioral problems and fucking, and then administration that doesn't really give a fuck about you, doesn't pay you very well, and sides with the parents on every issue. So you're pulled in three different directions. And it's not like you're paid well. And then on top of that, yeah, then AI is kind of undermining the whole learning process, rotting from the inside out. So these four things make teaching an extremely psychologically damaging profession right now. And my point is that teachers are too greedy. Is what I'm trying to get at. That's what I'm... Finally, someone says it. Give the kids an iPad with Cocomelon on it? Now you're thinking with fucking portals, bro. What if school... We just stop pretending with school. School is a room where the kids are kept busy while the parents work. And we're going to give them Roblox. We're going to give them Cocomelon. We're going to give them Minecraft. There's going to be a movie day every day, and the movie is a Minecraft movie. Okay? And you get to just watch that and stay busy. Hey, Big A. I never get to watch you live, but I love the YouTube work. Happy to be here for a change. That's such a sweet thing to say, bro. Welcome to the chat. I'm whooshing you. Do you have any topic you want to discuss, bro? That's, you know, I'll jump on any topic like a grenade. You and me, chatters, we're in a foxhole, and the topic comes in, and I jump on it to save your life. Why do you talk about Biden's presidency like it was such a failure and he failed to accomplish anything? Biden passed extremely important legislation like the CHIPS Act and Sciencer Act and the Inflation Reduction Act. He also lowered prescription drug costs and ended a 20-year war in Afghanistan. Does your respect come from a lack of reading on his actions, or because you're adamantly against inflation printing, despite the success of Biden's response to COVID relative to others? I can break down a couple things here, but I'll say on a fundamental core level, Biden was presented as like a, hey, I'm a middle of the road guy, Jack, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop Trump. We're going to get rid of this fucking Trump thing. And Biden through his action or inaction, sort of led us to another round of Trump. I don't think Biden is a horrible president. I think he's a mid-president in a hard time. And I don't think he was the man for the job. I also think, I think his inability to read the room around discussion of his age and his inability to garner support meant that the Democratic Party went into a really, really shit situation close to the election, where he refused to step down for a very long time, and then we got kind of foisted into Kamala, and we had no time to do anything else. So these are all bad decisions that I think had really measurable negative effects. I'm also a huge criticizer of Janet Yellen, his Treasury Secretary appointee. And while you are saying they had relative success, I think most of the relative success came from being trickier with how they printed and fudged the numbers, basically. I think Biden was as stimulatory as anyone else. I think no president has had the strength to do really hard things, and he did not either. I do really respect him for picking Lena Khan. And again, I think, you get a year of Trump, you realize, old Jack, you could have been worse. Could have been worse. But I stand by what I've said. Little Runky, thank you for the 17 months. I was wondering if you heard about Kevin O'Leary's hyperscale data center project in Utah. It's going to be 40,000 acres, consume twice as much power as the whole state. Well, the thing is, Mr. Wonderful deserves more power than other people in the state. He's Mr. Wonderful. He was on Shark Tank. The idea that you, a non-Shark Tank citizen, should have anything remotely amount as much power as he does is frankly arrogant and opulent. If he was a bad guy, why would they call it wonderful? If you really want to take a trip, go look at Mr. Wonderful's, how he first got his fortune with the fucking learning center. Look at that incredible scam he pulled off. To how he first got his money. Holy shit, you're the god of RTS? Yes, I am the god of RTS, bro. We hit a clip a day this week, and I still fucking won the Warcraft match. Yamato defeats Tyler 1. Oh, I didn't see the celebration. Wait, I want to see this.
Shut the fuck up! He tells me shut the fuck up! Silencio! Silencio! Woo! Macro!
Oh, it's so loud. Why is it so loud?
Like a genius. Macro. Like a pro. Export, import, like I'm China, bro. Woo!
Yeah, that was sick. I mean, it's good for the tournament to have a little bit of trash talk, bro. Have a little bit of. But let's do a little transmutation here. Let's do a little transitive property. So, Hera was the favorite, okay? But he's beaten in ELO rating by two people. Tyler 1 and Yamato Cannon. What happened when Yamato Cannon faced me? A loss. What happened when Hera faced me? That's a loss. And since Tyler 1 is now below Yamato Cannon, I guess that where would that put the Glizzy? Belt to ass, baby. You should do a Thug Finals against the winner. I might cast. Everybody was talking to me about casting. Listen, if somebody drops out, I'll probably be the alternate. But I think everyone's doing the thing, and I'll be happy to cast. I've played some games. The game's just fun. I just enjoy playing it. I think my brain is wired to grind a new game, and I'm almost done with the grind on this one. I think I've hit my goal. You're gonna play StarCraft 2 on stream? Brutal Campaign will be cool. Simmy, I have some great news for you. You can scrounge up a VOD of me playing the entire Brutal campaign. Oh no, I'm dying! I already beat it. I already did the whole Brutal campaign on stream with the achievements. So Linkus, I'm tired of the United States because there's so much winning I can't even take it anymore. Anyone else? Hands raised. Amen, buddy. And I'm glad you see it. Because sometimes foreigners, they get here, they can't see what's so great about this country. But now you're here and you can see it's win after win after win, baby. W's all the way around. The American flag is flying higher than ever. The Dow's 50K. Don't forget that. Thank you for the 53 months. Linkus. When you cast, you should motivate Hera with a fight. Dude, it was depressing when the Republican House GOP Twitter account was like trying to recreate the magic after his recent assassination attempt. And they were spamming fight. Like, bro, don't try to run it back. The magic's not there, bro. Dude, it's annoying because the major news story that is really happening in America right now is just this fast motion collapse in the president's support. But I've already covered it. And not only, I talked about it before it happened. So now it feels like I'm just fucking gloating. It's hard. I can't cover it. I can't cover it anymore. But it's like the biggest story. It's what's happening. It is what's happening. The gas prices. Wait, I do want to show this one chart, I think. This one. This is so hilarious to me. This is Trump's approval on issues, okay? The blue line is gas price approval. It was his most popular. It was his single most popular issue. People were literally like, I don't even like most of the shit he does, but damn, the gas prices have been low. And he tanked it. There's not one action he could have taken more damaging than what he's done in Iran. And so, yeah, I mean, it's great. The gas prices are getting so high. I mean, I took a, what on my phone on me? I took a photo of the, I guess I shouldn't share it because it would be my local gas station, but it's like, it's like 6-7 is what I'm seeing in California. $6, $7 at the fucking one near me. It's crazy. It's crazy. Name 2 good presidents of your lifetime. George H.W. Bush, term 1. George W. Bush, term 1. George W. Bush, term 2. Not H.W. That wasn't even my lifetime. W. He literally dodged his shoe. But in my lifetime, you could include George Washington, bro. He was actually pretty good. He kicked it off right. Hey, Big A. Well, you're not a first-time chatter. You're a likely ban evader. It highlights your message the same way, but you're not a first-time chatter. You don't get a fucking insta whoosh. Quit fucking. Hey, Atrioc, with the race to the bottom in Chinese EVs and the CCP asking them to turn it down, I typically think a race to the bottom has poor incentives. Are there potential consequences long term? Yeah, I mean, this is why some countries, not just America, Europe, would want to put some kind of tariff up, because the race to the bottom might mean that they just can't afford to compete, no matter how innovative they are. and then they lose their automotive industry. And obviously, you don't want to lose your automotive industry. It's important in wartime to have an automotive industry. It's important for manufacturing to have it. But I don't know if we're at that level. I think we're at a spot where it would be nice, even if it was some smaller tariff, to allow them to, because they're not, it's not just that they're cheaper. In many ways, they're more innovative. They have new features. They have things that are not being tried. And when you introduce that into the environment, it forces other competitors to add new things. So I'm, is there no auto industry in China anyway? No, it's not. It's not. Maybe some parts of the fucking raw material chain are, but no, there's factories outside of China that will shutter. And there's some reason to maybe keep that, but the way they're doing it now is lame. Why doesn't America create a deal with Japan to lay track? I'm sorry. Wait, what? I lost your message. But there are, I mean, I don't know about lay track, but there are many American companies that are partnering with Japanese companies to open manufacturing in the American Southeast. It's happening now. Thank God for Japan. They are bringing real practical mechanical expertise, and they are opening certain factories. And it is happening. It is like Korea's doing some of it too. I wish we hadn't fucking had ICE raid a factory with Koreans in it. That was insane. But there's some potential there. It's just, it would be so much better if we weren't antagonizing them with tariffs and also not tariffing raw materials. What does Japan get out of it? They get a market. They get paid. They have expertise. The other people have money. It's not that crazy. It would happen all the time if we made it more open. You see the new fucked up StarFox? Wait, what? StarFox? There's a new fucked up StarFox? Is there a video? StarFox Direct.
Hello everyone, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto.
Oh my god, Miyamoto?
Hello everyone, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. Last month, we released the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which was enjoyed by many people around the world.
Didn't it fucking, I mean, it made a ton of money, but didn't it suck ass? I did not watch it. Wasn't it like horrible reviews? It's colorful. That's so funny as like a glowing review. Well, it's colorful. There was definitely a lot of colors. Imagine telling that to Scorsese. What do you think of Goodfellas? Well, it was colorful. That's for sure.
To everyone who saw it in theaters, thank you very much. The movie features a certain character who isn't part of the Super Mario series. That's right, the main character from the StarFox series, Fox McCloud, makes an appearance. Now, Fox and his wingmen return in their own Nintendo Switch 2 game. This game is called StarFox. And now, I'll pass it over to Koizumi-san. Koizumi-san.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi. From here on, I will be your host for this presentation. StarFox is based on the Nintendo 64
What does
game,
it look like?
StarFox 64.
Oh, wait!
But the visuals have been completely updated.
Millennial ears perking up. My Chungus life may be saved. StarFox 64, childhood flashback, a remake in some way.
All of the characters in the game have also been redesigned. All right, let's take a look.
Star Wars intro. Dum, 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 dum.
Atmospheric entry complete. Extend the wings.
What am I looking at? What is this? What is this? Uncanny Valley fucking furry shit. What is this? This looks like a person in a fursuit. What am I looking at, dude? Yes, it's like Sonic before they fixed it.
Atmospheric entry complete. Extend the wings.
Music's fire though. What a great song.
G-diffuser systems check. Sound off, team.
Slippy here. So far, so good.
This is Peppy. All systems go.
Falco here. G-diffuser seems fine. Let's go already.
Okay.
Enemy targets up ahead. Let's rock and roll.
Oh. Dude, this is like my fucking childhood.
The game in action. While stage layout.
So if you haven't played StarFox 64, this is literally the 1-to-1 opening with the remastered graphics. This is exactly the same.
Have been kept the same. The visuals have received a major upgrade.
Slippy, stay in formation.
Banter between characters is also back.
Now you've done it, Slippy.
Press
Bogey on
ZR
your tail.
twice.
Cover me while I fine-tune my sensors. Oh, you got him? Thanks, Fox.
We need your help, StarFox.
Hey there, General. You seem
I don't like it. I don't like how
a
Fox
little on
looks.
edge. But as it happens, my team's
This
available
is
to
Fox
deploy
McCloud, leader of the StarFox Mercenary Squad.
Prep the R-Wings. We've got a job to do, Star Fox.
He looks kind of chunky. Is that great? I mean, I'm speaking from experience, but he looks like squished in a weird way.
We're gonna
Like
take the
neck
system
fat or
back
something.
from Andros, one planet at a time.
Falco Lombardi is their ace pilot and Fox's rival.
Sounds perfect. There's no way Andros would expect us to launch an assault there. You up for another challenge, Fox?
Scans are showing unidentified energy emanating from within. Slippy Toad is the team's engineer.
Someone said Slippy looks MAGA. You make that hat red and you see he does have some kind of like
Extraordinaire. Incredible! Do you realize how rare it is to experience a stable warp channel? Did you see?
Do you realize how rare it is to experience a stable country? After 4 years of Sleepy Joe Biden, it's lucky we have what we have now.
Distortions?
That base is the gateway to the wider system, Fox.
And Peppy Hare is their strategic mastermind and veteran pilot.
Advance into enemy space. Just this. Hit them quick and hit them hard.
The fate of the Lilat system rests squarely on their shoulders. The R-Wing is a high-performance aerospace fighter piloted by Fox and his crew.
I want to see a barrel
It's
roll.
equipped with a laser. It can also fire charged shots or launch.
Nintendo might have lost it. Can I say that? They're making more money than ever, but they're just going back to the wells, bro. They might have lost it. This is the exact same game that I played 20 years ago. No, more than that, 30 years ago. 25 years ago? This is the exact same game. I'm playing this in 1997, 1998. That's so crazy, bro. That's so crazy.
Bombs that cover a wide area. The R-Wing can break, boost, do a barrel roll to repel enemy fire, and even somersault.
The tank.
Besides the R-Wing, an agile ground assault vehicle called the Landmaster.
I mean, it's a genuinely great game, but this is just a remake. This is a 100% 1-to-1 remake. That's not that impressive. I mean, Nintendo's done this for so long They can remake a game and most people won't even remember the first one. There's a whole audience which people are like, oh, it looks pretty cool. Like, it's been so long.
And a modified exploratory submersible called the Blue Marine can also be piloted, depending on the mission.
Impressive work, Star.
The campaign will take you to diverse planets as you seek out the enemy's stronghold to restore peace in the Lilat system.
I always thought this was so cool.
Corneria is a planet teeming with life and the beating heart of the system.
I always thought it was so cool that, like, depending on how you beat the mission and where you chose, you'd go a different path. So you could replay it and do a different direction. Oh, that's so sick. I thought it was so sick. I feel like the bigger issue is they don't try to price the remakes accordingly. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I guess they had Tears of the Kingdom, right? And that was pretty sick and pretty creative. So, but it just feels like creatively they're running on fumes. They're running on fumes. And yeah, this game should be cheaper. This game should be cheaper. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. But what are you going to do? The last boss was so hard as a 9-year-old, bro. Amen. Yes, it was. Damn, the game was hard as a kid. You missed the camera section? What do you mean camera section? I don't see why they work so hard on a remake when they could just made a game. I mean, I think a remake, they just know it'll sell. I mean, it's this fucking, it's millennial bait, bro. Millennials are entering their prime earning years. They fucking love nostalgia. And the world is in a year of retreat. So, it just makes business sense. You don't want that shit. You want to be catered to. And yeah, if you're trying to relaunch Star Fox as a series, then putting Star Fox in the fucking Kid Slot movie and giving them access to the greatest Star Fox game thus far, not a horrible idea. The game is genuinely fun. It's going to hold up. Can you elaborate on the year of retreat you briefly mentioned? It's just the idea I had in my predictions video that we didn't end up doing, but is that I think as more and more earth-shaking news happens, people will not stay glued to the news. They'll actually pull away. And I think a lot of people are retreating into hobbies and interests and just trying to tune the world out more. As a pretty standard response to like being overwhelmed. Being whelmed. And certainly I'm not immune to it, even though I cover the news. I have been, spending more of my attention on fucking games and basketball and stuff than I was doing at the start because there's just so much and you need an outlet. Yeah, and also part of its agency, right? You want to feel control. I think one of the things that is so upsetting to people is feeling like the future is uncertain, A, but also B, you can't control it. People don't feel like they have a lot of agency over the outcome. And so it's better to like retreat into an area where you have some control over what happens. Luke is living. Thank you for the prime. Thank you for the prime. Speaking of retreating, did you ever play Heroes of Might and Magic? Nope, I did not. Do you wear Spirit and Enron hats to have people ask you if you know they're failed businesses? Or do you come back at them with complete shock when you just invested? I don't know what you're talking about. I wear a Spirit hat because I just put my entire life savings into Spirit Airlines stock. I saw there was a buying price. There was a dip worth buying. What are you trying to get at? I'm still holding my Enron stock strong. I knew that they're going to moon any day now. It's been delisted for 25 years, but First time chat, love your YouTube stuff. Been on it for months, but don't catch your news. Hey, welcome to the stream. If you have a message, I usually give first time chatters the ability to set the topic. Ruler Death, thank you for the 50 months, 50 years of glizzying it out. Thanks for the content. Dolores Struck, thank you for the 26 months. Luke is living for the 44. Goofy John Pork, thank you for the 21 months. And I'm a Bob, thank you for the 26. Franklin with the 15. Jin TDD, thank you for the 31. Inscripted with the Prime. Jacob Owen, thank you for the gifties. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Omnavius, thank you for the 23. Did you see Howard Lutnick admitting to a long storied relationship with Epstein? No? Is that real? Howard Lutnick admitted to a long storied relationship with Jeffrey Epstein? Not that he doesn't have one, but Lutnick admits to having prolonged ties to Epstein in closed-door interview. The Commerce Secretary, he acknowledged visiting Epstein's island 7 years after he claimed to have severed his ties. Yeah, we knew this. He went on that fucking interview show and said, like, I knew this guy was gross, and I got out of there, and I said, we're never talking to him again. And then, like, it's like you had dinner with him a dozen times after that. He was evasive, nervous. He was dishonest. He would not admit to lying, which he clearly did. If her party retook the House majority, Democrats could call Lutnick back in for additional questioning or a public hearing. Yeah, do it. Fucking do it. They deserve to see the sweat on the secretary's brow as he struggles to answer basic questions about his lies to the American people. We need progress on the Epstein files. And the people in power who openly lied about him. Even the Kentucky Republican acknowledged in reports for the interview that Lutnick wasn't 100% truthful. Such a funny way to say he lied. Such a fun. He wasn't 100% truthful when he said that he didn't talk to Epstein, and he did. Was it 99% truthful? Was it 1%? We don't know. But it wasn't 100. We know that. Lutnick ultimately could not explain why he went to Epstein's island. Interesting. Lutnick would not answer questions about whether he spoke with Trump in advance of his testimony Wednesday. Yikes! Yikes. Cargo short targeted ad? Sure. I wouldn't mind some cargo shorts. Get a nice fucking Zelda t-shirt and these bad babies. I'll be the coolest fucking guy at Costco. Did you see this? What's this? You gotta be kidding me. What is it? It's a train that says 1776 National Champs, delivered by President Donald J. Trump and Secretary Sean P. Duffy. Where is this? What is this? This is not AI. Is this real? Biden bought these trains. This is embarrassing on so many levels. Okay, counterpoint. I don't care. If Trump wants to call them the Trump trains, as long as he fucking builds them, fucking whatever. We'll move past it when he's over. If I can convince him to spend money on trains and not fucking war in Iran, put his fucking face in the front. Just give me some trains, bro. Do you think Trump lays his head down at night looking at a pic of Biden? Yes, in my fan fiction. In my headcanon fan fiction, they're doomed Yowie. And Trump and Biden both 100% lust for each other. What if it's his face in the back of every chair so you have to stare at him every trip? That's still fine. That's still fine. Just build more trains. Have you ever taken the LA subway? Why don't more people take it? The traffic so bad? I mean, the real reason is that LA is so spread out that even once you get, it's like I take subway in a place like New York or Copenhagen or whatever, where when you get out of the subway, you're in a dense city center. But when you get off a subway in LA, you're still so far from where you want to go that you need a car. LA's not dense. Not really. Not like between where you want to go and where you want to, like, it just wouldn't be useful for me. Now I do go on the subway every now and then to do meth. It's like one of my favorite places to do meth. Obviously, you can just chill back, relax. But I don't use it for riding around. Meth is so out. Fent is what's in. Isn't Fent kind of played out? It's definitely meth o'clock where I'm from. After living in Copenhagen, I can tell you biking is a true game of transport. Yeah, and biking plus train is fucking awesome. You feel healthy. You get a little movement. You would do it in a high trust area where you feel like less likely your bike's gonna get stolen. Even better. It's the dream. It's the fucking dream. I used to bike everywhere when I was at ASU. I loved it. I loved biking. It was awesome. I work at a Freightliner truck plant, and we just got back from a 6-month layoff. But now we're back with the Iran stuff. Make me think truck sales still something will be laid off again. Yeah, I don't know. Let me keep you updated. See what you think. Fent is what weed dreams to be. Okay, I don't think any drug is dreaming of being another drug. And I certainly don't think weed is like praying it could become Fent one day. Google's going to train its AI on EVE Online. What's this? Google DeepMind. Google DeepMind will train its AI technology on EVE Online after Google took out a multi-million-dollar stake in the sci-fi MMO developer. Okay. What does it mean train on? Train on in what way? I don't know. I think the stories of EVE players backstabbing each other is really cool. They could train on the economic data, maybe the chat data, I guess. I mean, I guess everyone's so hungry for fucking, every AI company is so hungry for unique data that other people don't have that I'm sure there's going to be all sorts of weird outside stuff that gets multi-million-dollar buys. Some fucking fan fiction website's going to get sold for a few million to Anthropic or something. They're going to, but the problem is most of it can be stolen, and most of it is stolen. It has to be something they can't steal. It has to be like a data that is proprietary. What do you think of Elon playing Kingmaker with Anthropic and giving him a bunch of compute? I don't think he's playing Kingmaker. I think he's trying to look to make some money or might find some use for the compute. I mean, the real question is whether Elon is going to keep calling him Misanthropic and calling Dario Amadei a fucking devil as he fucking makes a gigantic deal with them. Did you know Spirit went out of business? No! Wait, what? This hat suddenly seems comically mistimed. Spirit Airlines is out of business? What are the... I've never worn this hat before. Now I feel like such a fool. I just wanted to celebrate one of my favorite airlines. Damn, what a goof. What a goof and a gaff. Opinion on the new James Bond game? I heard pretty good things. Wait, like all the early previews are like quite positive. I haven't seen anyone say it sucks yet, but also like most previews are positive for games. But maybe it'll be good. Wouldn't that be awesome if it was good? Here, look, it's GameSpot saying it could be the game of the year.
The announcement of 007 First Light was exciting for multiple reasons. Sure, it was good to see Bond back in games, but it was the involvement of IO Interactive that was most meaningful to me. The developers Hitman games, which star a globe-trotting, gun-toting, silver-tongued, lab-grown cop in a tuxedo, who also happens to have a codename ending in 7, are Bond in all but name. The core principles and defining characteristics of James Bond map so naturally onto the open world, hunt and kill design of World of Assassination that doing Hitman but with Bond seems like the obvious and winning strategy.
Is it open world?
While playing the First Light campaign, it became clear that IO is instead trying to marry the cinematic storytelling and presentation of Bond with the sandbox of Hitman. Without careful implementation, those two objectives could undermine each other, as that movie-like feel requires taking control away from the player to some degree to narrow the focus.
Yeah.
And yet, a good secret agent game requires a certain amount of agency.
Yep.
What I played of First Light is quintessential IO Interactive, and at various points, Hitman. Based on the 3 missions I completed though, it's more of a blend of old Hitman and new.
Okay.
IO's approach seems to be to take players through linear sections that funnel into sandboxes and then back on a loop. It's not Hitman but with Bond, but rather Hitman and Uncharted but with Bond.
Okay.
Even if that is being a bit ridiculous.
That's what I figured based on the preview. It's a little bit of Hitman, a little bit of Uncharted. That's fine. As long as the Hitman parts are really fun. As long as they still have the open world, like, I can choose my route type of thing. Because Uncharted's not really a game that you play differently than anyone else. You know what I'm saying? Uncharted's a movie that you all play the same way. But Hitman's a game where everyone plays it uniquely, which is why it's such a beautiful game. God, I love Hitman. I wish there was a new Hitman. I hope IOI makes Hitman 4 within 2 years. But they're not gonna, they're probably working on James Bond forever. I would love a Hitman 4, man. It'd be so fun. This is basically a new Hitman. Well, if you were listening, it's not really. It's Hitman meets Uncharted. I think it'll be a fun playthrough, but I don't think I'm going to put in a bazillion hours like I did with Hitman, because this is one of those games where you beat it and it's done. It's on rails, you know. Yo, Atrioc! What's good? What's good? What'd you say? I've been hooked into your content recently. Thanks for making me feel more optimistic and informed about the world. Fire Drago 201. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, bro. Very kind of you. Optimistic, I guess, kind of crazy, but I'm not a doomer. Although one of the presentations I want to do this week is, next week, is an explanation of the fourth turning. Because I talk about the fourth turning a lot, and I want to explain it, and I want to explain why I'm so not positive outlook for the 2020s. It's basically, I'm just going to explain the book. I cracked the book open again. I still remember it. Like I want to make a presentation on the book and explain why it is what it is, and the parts I don't agree with, but like the overall theme. So I did start working on that. I also have this Cash Patel. How many slides is this that I never did? Next time Cash Patel does something, tell me. This is a 54 slide prez on Cash Patel, and it's like it just feels like the moment's passed. So either he gets fired or what? But he gets sentenced to play Overwatch. Hey, yo, Quapqui. What's good, bro? Did you see the GameStop CEO is selling stuff on eBay to pay for the eBay? Bro, that's a publicity stunt that you are falling for. that's the fact that we're talking about it is annoying me. Hey, Twitch man, how come we don't hear about India as much as China? Why isn't it as big a presence on the world stage based on population? It doesn't have the manufacturing prowess of China. So it is still relatively poorer and less powerful. Though India is still, I mean, I'm invested in it. India is a growing country. They're going to have the best demographics of any country on earth in like the 2040s, 50s. It's big, but it's got systems and governance issues that make it all everyone pull in the same direction. There's corruption problems. I mean, there's corruption problems in America, China, and India, but India's got a particularly egregious inability to get people to unlock their potential. So that's probably the problem in the short term. I think India can figure it out. There's you know what's going to be interesting? In our lifetimes, there's this big question, this big, gigantic question mark that nobody knows the answer to. And it's this. Here, I'm going to fucking... It's this fucking question. Do demographics matter? Now, of course, if you flash back any year before 2020, the answer is yes. They matter 100%. But there's this big question mark is, in an age of AI compute and robotics, let's say 20 years from now, 30 years from now, does it matter that you have more old than young? Do you need the same population pyramid? It's a question. We don't know how it plays out. But if they do matter, then every country, basically every country in Europe, China, Japan, Korea, and America in a way, although they were not as bad, but it is still bad. All of them are on a demographic cliff. All of them are going to have too many old, not enough young. And that's a big fucking question mark. What does that mean? If it means disaster, then we're going to have Children of Men style disaster. But if there's an adaptation with technology, then they might just take off. Like they have all the money, they just take off. If it does matter, demographics do matter, then you're going to see the rise of Africa and India, who have the excellent demographics for the next generation. Again, when all of these areas rose, when all of them had their best years, their growth years, they had good demographics. So by normal logic, it would be the turn of these people, of Africa and India. But technology could change that. That is the fucking cue, bro. That's the cue. What if India started a new Hollywood? What would you even call that? That's not the question you have, really. Wouldn't immigration help with demographic? Yeah, it would. But you know what? Almost all of these countries, actually, I would say all of them, are becoming more anti-immigrant. It's hard to be more anti-immigrant than China already was, but they're all more anti-immigrant. In fact, yeah, even China's becoming more. It was already bad, but they're all becoming more. So, that is a tough challenge. Even Japan, especially Japan. Japan more than most, bro. Japan is more than most. Japan has like fucking almost no immigrants and has blamed them for all their problems. It's because they kicked the deer. It's because they kicked the deer. Ryan Cohen's. I don't need daily updates on Ryan Cohen's eBay saga. I think it's a big joke. I think it's a stupid idea and a big joke, bro. I promise you, I'm not turning this into fucking super stonk. I'm not here to help you try to bail out your bags, bro. What do you think about the... Do you think the Chinese aging population will help with high youth unemployment? I guess. What you're saying is that they will all have jobs available because there's so few of them comparatively? Yeah, maybe. But the problem is, here's the problem. Here's the problem with demographic cliffs. I want to explain. Like, because people just go like, well, why can't we just have less people? Like, the world's overpopulated enough. We don't need more people. The problem is not necessarily the amount of people. It's the pyramid. It's that normally you need a few old people who are taken care of by usually taxes, Social Security, whatever, from a large amount of working young. Okay? If you invert that pyramid and you have a gigantic amount of old people who cannot work productively but require massive state subsidies from a increasingly shrinking pool of people who have to get taxed heavily, then there's a lot of anger and resentment and fury among that working middle class. They feel increasingly squeezed to subsidize the lives of the old. Okay? So that is a demographic problem. That's why you were afraid of this. The geriatrics yearn for the mines. Yeah, dude, get them, put them to work. Ooh. Luckily, young adults are probably saving extra hard for retirement to prepare for this problem. Yeah. Yeah. Ritual sacrifice of old people? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's a problem. It's a problem all these countries, not just America, are hurtling towards, and they don't have a good solution yet. We don't even know what it's going to be like. Some say that automation fixes this. I don't know if it does. We're going to find out. Will it fix it? Maybe. But if not, it's a real problem. There's going to be some real... I think there already is such a fury towards the old in most of these countries. We even felt it in China, bro. The only thing I'm saving for is more Lego. I'm 25. Year of a treat. Year of a treat. Thoughts of the spike of Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox converts among Gen Z? Bro, I saw this. It feels so AstroTurf to me. It's not insane to think that more Gen Z are turning towards religion in a crazy, uncertain time where peak atheism is probably behind us. But it just doesn't, I'm not seeing a lot of evidence of it. I don't know. Maybe I could be missing it. It could be in parts of the world that I'm not in. It just feels, I don't know. I'm just not getting the sense that there's a real movement towards religion. I think people are broadly being more spiritual in a way. I think mostly because everyone's getting kind of dumber. And I think people are just like vibes based, but like I'm talking about church attendance. I don't really think people are going back to church. I don't think that I think they're like, they might claim to be religious. They might be watching a religious influencer, but they're not like actually religious. They're not. I'm graduating on Friday. Trust me, it's going crazy among my Gen Z friends. I lost your message. It's not them going to church, a lot more life groups and Bible studies. Yeah, that does track with me. I wouldn't be surprised if people through social media are getting to be more about the aesthetics of being religious. But I mean legitimately, like religion as sort of I think about it in the 90s or whatever. People were like people that would go to church and like it's a big part of their life and they deeply, I feel like that is gone and not coming back. Praise the Lord. My sister suddenly started going to church every Sunday for the past year. She's very early Gen Z. Damn. That's wild, huh? That is wild. Why don't they just watch a Atrioc stream? It's kind of like a modern day church, you know, where you can get the gospel and you build a real sense of community. You don't stream on Sunday? Facts, dude. Actually, facts. Actually, facts, dude. A friend of mine is gay and Gen Z. He converted to Catholicism recently. I don't really get it. Maybe it is a trend. I mean, let's look into it real quick. Gen Z religion. Is Gen Z really becoming more religious? Okay. The stats seem to indicate that what's being positioned as a revival is a small percentage increase in the religiosity of religious young men. In other words, slightly higher church attendance rates among already Christian men. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, I don't know. It's probably like golf, dude. It's probably exactly like golf, where if you talk to a boomer, golf is dying. If you talk to a zoomer, golf is thriving. And it's like, it's just different kind of golf. It's different kind of religion. It's like religion is becoming something different. But I'm seeing that Gen Z has the lowest levels of confident belief in God and the highest rates of never going to church of any generation ever measured. So it's not religion as like I envision. It's something different. It's something different. Nintendo is our god now. Nintendo is our god and StarFox is the gospel. And you'll keep reading it every 15 years. Here's a video that covers the topic. Is this going to be Rickroll or something?
If you only read the headlines, you'd think that the US is in the middle of a religious revival led by Gen Z. USA Today. Gen Z is returning to Christianity. Axios. Young men are leading a religious resurgence. And here's a very confident claim from the evangelical ministry, the Gospel Coalition. It's here. Gen Z revival hits campuses. But if you read sociological data instead of the headlines, the picture looks very different. A real revival would leave a clear statistical footprint, and it's just not there. To see this, let's zoom out and look at one of the most respected studies, the Pew Research Center's 2023-2024 Religious Landscape Study. This is a massive study of nearly 37,000 Americans, designed to track their religious identity, beliefs, and practices over time. And here's the top line finding. Back in 2007, about 78% of American adults identified as Christian. By 2024, that number sat at...
Damn, it is crazy how religious this country is during my lifetime. I got nothing wrong with it, but I'm not a Reddit atheist, bro. I don't care if you're religious. I just, as someone who isn't, it's always shocking to hear how like most people in this country believe in like angels. And it always like kind of blows my mind a little bit. Again, I don't have a problem with it. I'm not bothered by it outside of just like surprise.
Roughly 63%. So the Christian population of the US is dramatically smaller than it used to be.
I mean, listen, I got the spirit in me right now, bro. I got the spirit. Praise the Lord.
But notice here that this long downward slide is not continuing at the same pace. Over the last 5 years or so, the graph has stabilized, hovering in roughly the 60 to 64% range. And we can see this also in measures of prayer and church attendance. The share of adults who say they pray daily, for example, has fallen dramatically since 2007, but since 2021, it has stabilized in the mid-40s. Monthly attendance to a religious service tells the same story, leveling...
Bro, I don't think you have to be religious to pray. Am I on a flight and the turbulence gets bad enough? I go, God, if you're there, give me one time. I say, God, give me one time, bro. I gotta shoot my shot just in case, bro. It's just a just in case kind of thing. And then what's funny is whenever I land, I'm like, psych, idiot. Fooled your ass, bro. You should have taken me down. Fooled your ass. Got him. Can't touch me now, bitch.
Off in the low 30s since around 2020. And we also see a slowing in the rise of religiously unaffiliated people, the so-called nuns. That is N-O-N-E-S. The folks who check the none box on the survey question, what religion are you? They make up around 29% of US adults in the latest surveys, and they've been bouncing around that same range over the last few years. In other words, we're not seeing a third great awakening, we're seeing more of a religious plateau, an unmistakable long-term decline in Christian identification and a short-term stabilization. But here's the piece that matters most to the whole narrative of a Gen Z revival. Even though the overall decline has slowed, younger adults...
You know, I do think I've had a religious revival in the past few years. And it's the Church of LeBron James. Oh, this is not even my Lakers hat. It's the Church of LeBron James, bro. I'm seeing a God come to earth. I'm seeing a damn spirit. For him to do what he's doing at 41, tell me that Christ isn't involved. Tell me that's not a sign from God. The Democratic Church of Homeland of LeBron. I praise the king every time he gets out on the court.
Remain much less likely to be Christian than older adults. In that same survey, only around 46% of 18 to 24-year-olds identify as Christian. Only 27% of them pray daily, and 25% attend a religious service monthly. This is a huge generational gap when we compare to older adults.
That is way lower.
The sociologist Ryan Burge, an author of The Vanishing Church, backed this up when he dug into multiple data sets. Using data from the General Social Survey, Burge notes that the percentage of people who say they believe in God without a doubt drops with each generation. Boomers are highest at 57%, and that drops...
That doesn't necessarily say anything because Gen Z doubts everything. Gen Z has no sure belief in anything. The most religious Gen Z is probably like, well, I don't know. God, maybe. I don't want to commit. So that doesn't, they could be more religious, but less confident. In fact, I mean, boomers are just generally more confident about everything, even when it's stupid and wrong. No matter what belief a boomer has, they're more likely to say, I have zero doubts in it, because that's just who they are.
Down to 40% with Gen Z. And
of course, the millennials are right in the middle, which is perfect. Change nothing. Mwah, perfect. You're doing everything right, sweetie. Okay? Just the right amount of confidence.
Notes the biggest drop is the most recent shift from millennials to Gen Z, a drop of 8 points of people who confidently believe in God. And when Burge looked at attendance, Gen Z comes out as the least church-attending generation in American history, with only 17% attending weekly. Though the number that really jumps out is the 38% of Gen Z who never attend.
This is what I'm talking about, because I think it's legitimately like golf. I'm not even kidding. Because if you were to say, what is the percentage of people playing a full 18 holes of golf on a traditional golf course? And it's like, that's declining, sure. But golf's clearly more popular than ever. It's because they're doing other things. They're doing driving ranges, or they're doing short holes. And so I think this is what religion is morphing into. But people are still searching for perhaps more than ever, the feeling of community or a purpose that religion gives them, which I don't blame people for wanting to find. The world is having a dearth of it right now. And if you can find a community, then why not do it? I think the best way to do that is through supporting your favorite streamer with gifted subs and watching full watch time of his Big A clips. But I understand there could be other ways to do that. You can find
way higher than any generation before them. As for religious identification, we see something similar with the Pew study. After decades of steady growth, the share of American adults who say they have no religious affiliation has mostly flattened out. So, taken together, is there a Gen Z revival? Well, Gen Z has the lowest levels of confident belief in God, and the highest rates of never going to church of any generation measured. Yes, the explosive growth of religious disaffiliation has slowed, but nothing here looks like a dramatic return to organized religion. Attendance hasn't bounced back, and belief hasn't surged. So if the major datasets all show the same thing, low belief, low attendance, and historically high levels of non-religion among Gen Z, why do we keep seeing headlines about a Gen Z revival? Well, a big part of the answer is that some of these claims are built on flawed data or on media outlets misreading what the data actually says.
Okay.
For example, consider a recent study from the UK making similar claims. A report from an organization called the Bible Society.
If you're in the UK, you should believe in God, because it's your only fucking hope. You better hope there's a fucking British God above. This is the last chance to fucking save Queen and country, bro.
Argued that church attendance in England and Wales had exploded since 2018. According to their numbers, attendance among men aged 18 to 24 supposedly jumped from 4% to 21% in just a few years. But the sociologist David Voas, one of the leading experts on religious change, took a closer look at the data and said, not so fast. The most trusted national survey, the British Social Attitude Study, shows the exact opposite trend.
Okay.
Church-going declined between 2018 and 2023, and individual denominations reported the same, while the Bible Society claimed that Catholic Church...
Yeah, but again, I'm just saying that the difference between church-going and religious is a key part of this. I don't doubt that people aren't going to church, because going to church is a required task that you can't do by sitting at home and being on your phone. You know what I'm saying? That of course people aren't going to go to church. It's awkward. You have to sit there and you have to listen to someone give a sermon. You got to wake up early and all the things. It's inconvenient. But to be part of a group, you know, if you say you're part of a religion, you could go join other people who have that same religion and feel like you're part of a group, or you have a common goal. You have a trust. You have a belief that things will be made all right, that someone's watching out for you. People probably want that, regardless of without the hard part, without the part of...
Attendance had doubled. Data from the Catholic Church itself actually showed a sizable drop during the same period. So where did the whole revival story come from? Voas argues it was the study's methodology. The Bible Society used an online opt-in panel run by YouGov. People volunteer to join these panels, which means the sample is not truly random. And that matters a lot, especially with young adults. They're a notoriously hard group to survey accurately, and the ones who do participate in these online panels tend to look very different from their peers.
Yeah, 100%.
They're the young adults who are more settled, easier to reach, and more likely to already be involved in church life than the average young adult. This can create the illusion of a massive surge, but you're actually just seeing a skewed sample. Dr. Voas's bottom line is the old cliche.
Yeah, opt-in polling is a fucking joke. It is so incredibly skewed. The average normal person opts out of all requests to do anything that they don't understand or know about. A stranger asks you, can I get you some questions? You say no as default, most people, because you don't fucking care. It's a waste of time. It can only go badly for you. You don't. So the people that do it are weird. They're not normal, and it does not produce a reliable
that
outcome.
Extraordinary claims require extraordinary data, and the evidence here is just not strong enough. When you compare these revival headlines to the durable long-term surveys, the probability-based ones that actually track national trends, nothing suggests a dramatic return to organized religion in the UK. In other cases, the Gen Z revival narrative comes from misunderstanding the underlying.
That's why we need people to scalp our data to poll on our behalf. That's a great idea. I think even better is there should be a Polymarket or Kalshi bet on whether or not you will believe in God that every single individual person can insider trade on. And we can use the aggregate of those data to figure out what they actually believe. Okay? That will get us to a more true north here.
Data. Take, for example, this Fox News article from October 2025. Gen Z men returning to church in surprising numbers in faith resurgence. It summarizes the findings of a study conducted by the Barna Group, saying church attendance has increased among Gen Z and millennial men, showing signs of a return to church that surpasses older generations. But that's not what the underlying study shows, not even close. Dr. Burge pointed out the key detail that apparently everyone at Fox missed. The Barna study doesn't measure Gen Z as a whole. It only was looking at Gen Z who are already churchgoers. Not all of young adults, not the general population, just the ones who already attend church. So the study's actual finding is much more narrow. Among the subset of Gen Z who already go to church, they attend slightly more often than the subset of millennials who already go to church. And the difference...
No, that's not... Okay, I guess cool.
Difference is not dramatic. Church-going Gen Z attend about 1.9 times per month, and church-going millennials attend about 1.8.
Holy fuck, you Gen Z religious freaks. I mean, I like God as much as the next guy, but you guys are going 1.9 times? Keep it to a reasonable 1.8, you fucking psychos. It's not the Inquisition, okay?
Times per month. But that tiny effect gets translated into the headline, Gen Z men returning to church in growing numbers. And I'm not saying that a millennial or Gen Z revival is impossible, but reversing the current trend would demand a shift on a scale that we've simply never seen in all of American history. And it's truly staggering when you put it into numbers. Dr. Burge points out that to bring millennials back to the level of religious affiliation as their parents, you would need around 10 million millennials to reaffiliate. And Gen Z, which starts from an even lower baseline, you would require around 18 million to reaffiliate.
Let's get it started, folks. Let's get it started. Right here in this Twitch chat, let's get everyone to re-enlist in the church, which has done nothing but good things. We're all going to go to church on Sundays. We're going to prage. I feel God in this chat tonight.
He writes, there's no sign of that happening in any data set. The reality is that there hasn't been a single event in the past 50 years that sparked a sustained, measurable rise in religious attendance in the United States. So the real question is, does this plateau, which we do see in the data, does this signal the start of a religious rebound, or is it simply a pause in a longer-term decline? I think it's simply a pause based on what we know about non-religion and generational change. When people imagine a revival, they picture, dramatic moments, mass conversions, people suddenly flooding back into churches, a sudden spiritual awakening. But religion in the real world usually shifts through generations. Parents passing on their religion to their kids.
Yeah.
And a growing body of sociological research shows that non-religion tends to be remarkably stable across generations. A recent study of school kids in England, fittingly titled "The Stickiness of Non-Religion," helps to illustrate this.
Okay.
The sociologists found that when parents are already non-religious, their kids typically adopt the same stance through simple absence of religion in daily life. At home, religion is not talked about. There are no rituals, no social or behavioral expectations rooted in a particular religious culture.
That makes sense.
In that environment, not being religious becomes the default. And one of the striking takeaways from this broader line of research is just how strongly this non-religious default carries on forward.
Imagine growing up not religious at all, but choosing to convert to Christianity. And people have done it, but yeah, it does seem pretty rare to like voluntarily opt into all the rituals and smorgasbord. People might do it for a significant other, or they might do it for social reasons. You need a pop in church. True. You need a pop in church. Yeah, that's what I should do, bro. I should give up this Twitch streaming shit, this low limit Twitch streaming shit, and open up a fucking mega church. The Atrioc mega church. That would be sick. A giga church. Get a couple private jets. Get a PJ. Do a lot of light shows. Make it really fancy, bro. The Church of the Holy Glizzy.
One landmark finding from the early 2000s is that if you're raised by two Christian parents in Britain, you have maybe a 50-50 chance of remaining Christian as an adult. But if you're raised with no religion, the odds that you'll stay non-religious are overwhelmingly high, well over 90% in some studies.
Oh, wow.
Of course, we're talking about the UK and not the US, and the US is shown to be remarkably resistant when it comes to secularization compared to Europe. But these studies are why, for me, the idea of a Gen Z revival is so hard to square with the data. If younger generations of Americans are already starting at lower levels of belief and practice, and if non-religion itself is this sticky across generations, then a dramatic return to organized religion becomes even harder to imagine as Gen Z starts to have kids.
So if you were raised by 4 Christian parents, it's 100%. Yeah. Yeah, the trick for religion is to get 4 parents in there who are all deeply religious, and then guaranteed that kid will be. No, it's really smart.
So when you hear claims about a Gen Z revival, everything we're seeing across belief, behavior, belonging, and childhood transmission points to not a resurgence, but a plateau.
If you are the church and you want to get young people to become religious, here's what you do. I'll give you the game plan right now. You create a iPad software that teaches kids Christian faith, tradition, and values. And then you give out free iPads to stressed out millennial parents that only play Jesus Cocomelon. It's like steal the Christian brain rot in Roblox. Yeah. And you just start passing out this shit. And then every stressed out parent uses this free iPad, gives it to their kid. The kid watches fucking VeggieTales 2.0 or whatever. The Vatican literally made an anime? Wait, really? Vatican anime. Oh, yeah, they made a mascot. Wait, is this real? Loose? The Vatican unveiled the official mascot of the Holy Year 2025, Loose. It was inspired by the church's desire to live even within the pop culture so beloved by our youth. That's wild. You ever seen the movie Dogma? Buddy cries. It pops, dude. It pops. It makes you want to get religious. I think I'm Christian now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What kind of a priest would bless their golf clubs? You've seen the movie. Do you think TikTok could cause a resurgence in religion if they wanted to? If they wanted to? I think there is a spirituality rise on TikTok. That's probably causing some of this. But not a church and church attendance. What's your favorite Bible passage? I bet it's 2 Kings. What? This is my favorite Bible passage. Let me look it up. Well, I can't. In 2 Kings 2:23-25, the prophet Elisha is mocked by a group of youths while traveling to Bethel. They chant, "Go up, Baldy." No, that's not my favorite passage. Thank you for asking. No. It's not my favorite passage.
And possibly beneath that plateau, the stickiness of non-religion that tends to flow in one direction generation after generation. So despite the headlines, the data leads us somewhere much less dramatic, and a lot of that comes down to how we understand the information we're swimming in. And one of the best creators exploring that broader media landscape is Lindsay Ellis. If you look at her YouTube channel, you might think that she's posted, one video in the last year? But that's because most of her stuff is now exclusive to Nebula. Her newest video essay is The Macabre World of Body Cam YouTube, a deep dive into this unsettling little corner of YouTube that packages police body cam footage into entertainment. And because it's Lindsay Ellis, it's smart, it's dark, and it's doing the thing that she does best, pulling apart an entire genre and showing you why it matters. And you can watch that in all of her other video essays on Nebula. Nebula is a...
it's just an... Okay, it's a Nebula. I was like, how does it have to do with religion? Check out Nebula though. Check out my cop friend watches that shit day and night. Your friend is a cop and watches body cam YouTube day and night. Talk about bringing your work home with you. That's crazy. I gotta pee. I gotta pee. Oh, Lord above. Honestly, Atrioc is so brave for being a streamer. True. I went out there and did a little prayer, because I'm becoming more religious. And I wanted to ask God to please send me his absolute best angels to be my chatters. And he's already wished granted. Hey, Atrioc from Macau. I've been watching your YouTube content for China-related news for a while. Just want to check in and say hi. Thank you, the Shinobino. We got a What's Up Beijing that Stefik has researched. We're going to do pretty soon. What happened to the Grand Platinum interview? No, it didn't happen. His person quit. His campaign manager or something. They quit. And they were the ones setting it up. So we don't have a connect anymore. Did you think I should continue a contract with unknown workflow or continue with a familiar workflow with OT opportunity? What the fuck are you asking me for? You've described your job so incredibly vaguely, given me no information, and you're asking me to make a life choice for you. You're gonna know better than me. I don't know what the either two jobs are. I don't know what you're paid at either one. I don't know what the workflow is. It was such a vague question. It's like I'm seeing this person, but there's this other person. Which one should I marry? That's the level of detail you gave me, and I have to make your fucking life choice for you? I don't know. I don't know, bro. Should I continue with my current path or take a slightly different branch, which has some pros and cons? This, but unironically, is like a fifth of the questions. Bro, how can I possibly know the answer to that? Because I have a camera on me and I'm playing video games something like what? How would I know, dude? Is Freelancer on the come up again? Squeak's playing it, Moon playing it? I knew someone had to play it for Squeaks to play it. It must have been Moon, wasn't it? I knew Squeaks wouldn't pick it up out of the fucking blue. Yeah, get Clint Stevens to play it, and it's truly back. But I think I'm gonna do after this Warcraft thing is over, and possibly Hera's Age of Empires thing, I want to do a Hitman thing with streamers, where we get a bunch of casual streamers to do a Hitman tournament. It's like Hitman Horse type beat. I think it'd be really fun. Get a bunch of streamers flying around, you know? And then after they win, the winner gets to tell Gavin Newsom about the game. The prize is a sit-down interview with Gavin Newsom where he quizzes you on Hitman. And you get to explain it to him. So, how's the AoE 2 grind? I'm grinding Warcraft 3, actually. I've been grinding it. And I did win against Hera today. Is he live? Man, I want to talk some shit, bro. I didn't get to talk a shit. It also sucked, dude. So, again, hand of God. I did not Q snipe Hera. I was rage queuing all morning, shirtless, in the dark. And I just got Hera, and then I won the game. And then I wanted to talk shit, but I got a call from my parents literally right afterwards. So by the time I joined his chat, it was like, I felt bad. I felt like I was like, I don't know, like being an asshole. I was like, hey, GG's. But like, it feels weird. Feels like you're being it would be way less weird if I was like, yo, LMAO, rocked your ass right as I won. That's normal. That's like what friends banter. But coming in like an hour later and being like, oh, remember that game we played? So I didn't get to have my moment, bro. That's cool and all, but I want to know how Big Mom and Big Dad are doing. You want to know how my parents are doing. They're doing great. Thank you. I'm super glad you asked. I might, despite my no travel promise, I might go see them this weekend, given that it is their anniversary and my mom's birthday. And Mother's Day, right? Damn. Wait, it's all on this fucking weekend? That's a trifecta. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go see him. So, bro didn't get a Mother's Day gift. I got her a gift. I'm gonna get her a one-on-one interview with up-and-coming streamer Atrioc for 45 minutes. She gets to talk and ask him any questions she wants. Priceless. Unrecorded. Did you see the drama Zendaya movie? I was just about to watch it, actually. I was just about to watch it with Ari. Is it good? It looked kind of interesting. It looked kind of fun. What I like about it is I've seen very little and I don't know anything about it. So they were very good about not revealing what the movie's about in like the promo material. So all I know is it's got those actors in it and it's I don't know. That's cool. It's like a woke uncut gems. Not sure what that means, but okay. Anyway, I'm unspoiled and I like to keep it that way. How's that fiber internet treating you? Feels crispy from here? It's treating me amazingly. I love it. 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 To be free from the shackles of Spectrum after all this time, I can't tell you, dude. I can't tell you how great it is. And it happened out of the blue. You would ask me 1 month ago, I'm like, I'll never be free. And then out of the blue, we get a flyer and it's like, hey, Sonic Internet's coming to your neighborhood. You guys want fiber? That's awesome. I was like, wait, what? That fucking hedgehog, dude. He really did it. That cheeky blue hedgehog really fucking changed my life. He's fast, bro. Have you seen Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie? I have. My little brother held me at gunpoint and said, you have to watch it or we're not brothers anymore. And he was right to do that because it was really funny. It was great. It was great. I really, 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 it cracked me up. The part, I won't spoil it, but the part with the gun, I was in tears, bro. That was so funny. That's cracked me up. Me and the boys booked flights for Japan trip in November before the war started. Are we cooked? Why would you be cooked? Why would you be cooked? You already booked the flights. Why would you be cooked? TSA? He booked through Spirit? Spirit doesn't go to Japan. Does it? I don't think Spirit goes to Japan. So what? Flight could get canceled? Not anymore. No, not never. I mean, the yen is garbage. I don't know. I feel like you're gonna have a good time. What yen low-key recovered a bit? No, it didn't recover. The Japanese government intervened to try and defend the currency, which they have to do like every 3 months now. The Japanese government has to keep being like, hey, this is the last time. Okay? This is the last time. Better watch out. Better not bet against our currency. And they keep having to fucking throw money at it to try and defend it. And then it creeps right back down. It gets weaker again, and then they go but if it gets too weak, they have to defend it every time. And they're burning through their foreign reserves to try and do it. So I mean, I don't know. I would say that is a big sign of weakness. And by the way, doing better. Like it's back to where it was in February. Like it's not. So anyway, you're gonna have a good trip. I don't understand why you wouldn't. Jet fuel, but he said he already booked the flights. They can't change your flight price, right? I guess they could. They could probably like cancel you or fucking. They can cancel you like on Blue Sky. Uh, they're from Iran. Yeah, maybe that could be it. Are they canceling flights due to jet fuel? Are they canceling flights due to jet fuel? I mean, you have people. All the airlines are canceling flights and adding extra charges amid jet fuel crisis. Many airlines have canceled flights due to rocketing fuel costs. Around 13,000 flights were canceled globally in May. Sheesh. Lufthansa and Turkish Airlines are a substantial proportion of the grounded services. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. If you get a good deal on the flight, they just cancel it. Interesting. Interesting. Air Canada, Air France, Air Asia, Air India, Air New Zealand, Alaska Air, American Airlines. American Airlines added additional $10 checked baggage fees and $150 for the third bag. Yeah, I mean, I guess they're all trying to find ways to make cash. Listen, I know you guys are upset about it, but understand that it's worth it for a really important cause, which is getting Iran back to the way it was before the war. The Strait of Hormuz back to the way it was before the war. Okay? We had to have these problems because that was the goal. Pilots should stream from the cockpit to make some money. Not a bad idea. I saw an article. I was reading like Business Insider about the huge rise in people streaming from their workplaces. The number of people that are turning their like job into a content creating thing is funny. I mean, I sort of did that, so I certainly am not denigrating it. It's just funny. It's just wild. I didn't stream from NVIDIA though, just to be clear. I streamed after work. I didn't like go live from the office. I saw someone in Indonesia stream from their government job on pump.fun. I know you're trying to tell me an amusing anecdote, but all I can hear from that is that you're browsing pump.fun and clicking on Indonesian workplace guy's crypto token. What are you doing with your life and day and times? I've seen people stream while door dashing, but that's it. Streaming while door dashing is crazy because it takes the world's hardest job and then adds door dashing to that. It's like, well, you don't need more work. That's fucking crazy. What do you think about renaming Epic Fury to Project Freedom? Are they doing that? Project Freedom could not be a more contrived fucking name. Project Freedom, really? Oh no, Project Freedom was a separate thing to allow to guide the ships through Hormuz. And it didn't work. Project Freedom was like the big plan. They still have Epic Fury going on. God, Epic Fury is such a great name. Epic Fury. Yes, sir. Yes, indeedy. Project Freedom is paused for now is a really funny headline. Trump says Project Freedom is paused for a short period of time. We'll get back to Project Freedom. Do you think Epic Games paid for that ad spot? Do I think Epic Games paid for the word epic being in our operation for the Iran war? Yes, I do think that. I think Tim Sweeney saw a marketing opportunity when he heard about a war with Iran. He said, this will give Fortnite the boost they need. It was supposed to be Valve Furry. I think you might say Fury, but it's funnier. It used to be Valve Furry, and they changed it to Epic Fury. It was a bit of a downgrade, but he outbid. Dude, if America's operation in Iran was called Valve Furry, that would be base enough that I'm on board. We should get sponsorships for the wars. Wait a minute. If instead of like the F-16 or whatever, it was like the Subway footlong $6 or the Ford F-16 or the, wait a minute. That shit could work. Operation Pepsi Hydrates. The ballroom was supposed to be sponsored. Dude, fuck the ball. The ballroom went from a $200 million project paid entirely by donors to now then a $300 million project, then a $400 million project, partially paid by corporate sponsors, to now they're asking for $1 billion of government money. A $1 billion from the Treasury. Are you saying Trump lied to this? I would never say that. You've misread me. Honest Trump? No, I would never call him a liar. I'm saying someone around him has given him false information. Okay? Obviously, he's a great leader, but those around him feed poison into his ears. The data center, it'll make the money back. Notoriously profitable data centers right now. That's why Oracle bonds are doing so well. Eli Pones, thank you for the prime. Did you see this Great American News? What's this? Great American News. I love that. The Flex Loan, a new type of payday loan pioneered by Advanced Financial. Dude, I love using the word pioneered. They bravely pioneered a new type of payday loan where they charge more interest. That cracks me up. Today, Eureka! I've got it! Great Scott! What if instead of charging 200% interest, we charge 279%? By God, he's done it again. You could borrow up to $4,000 at a 279.5% interest rates. It has burdened low-income borrowers while generating huge profits for lenders. Awesome, bro. Fucking awesome. I have an idea. What about a 300% interest rate? Holy fuck. Wait a minute. Go big, dude. Go big. What about an interest rate so high, so astronomical, that the second you take the loan, all income you ever earn for the rest of your life is owed in interest to the lender? Just guaranteed instant debt servitude for you and your future generations. That's just called college. Boom. Sounds like good parlay money for me. It's like, if you will, it's kind of like the seminal film. Hold up. It's kind of like the seminal film Parkour Civilization in Minecraft. Okay? You know how they reveal at the end that when you're born in Parkour Civilization, you're like assigned a tier at birth and then you fall down into the right tier? I think when you're born, you should get one risk it all gamba where you borrow $1 million right off rip and you dump it on one thing. You don't even get to pick. And then if you win, you're all good. And if you lose, you're in permanent servitude as an infant. Yeah. That'd be kind of, yeah, you either bet on chicken or on steak. And then it spins a, yeah. I think that would be fucking sick, dude. You falling asleep is one of my top stream moments of all time. Me falling asleep. I've done innumerable years of prepared content. And one of your favorite moments is when I fell asleep watching someone else do a Minecraft civilization. Okay. True, I've watched that so many times. You rewatch it? You rewatch me falling asleep? I was just tired and he was fucking droning on with vine booms. It is funny that I reacted to 9 hours of Bionicle lore, and I think it's my most watched VOD. Maybe other than the Hitman stuff. It's top 4, other than the 285K views on a 9-hour video of me watching Bionicle lore. I think it has more views than the actual Bionicle lore video. That's so peak. How much ad revenue did you make from it? I made 480 grand from that. Thank you for asking. I lowballed it. Hardly worth your time. hardly worth my time, bro. Honestly. Good video on demographics. All right, I gotta ask, why? 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 Yeah, I think it's just a broader why. This is a real question. But more interestingly is why Zoomers love not just the game Minecraft, but the Minecraft aesthetic so much. They love it more than life. They love it as a filter to view the world. Imagine if it was Harry Potter. You know, I don't like, I mimetically like the idea of liking Harry Potter, but I don't legitimately want to, like, I don't want to watch movies in the Harry Potter. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to make fan movies of Harry Potter that I watch. I don't. So you won't watch a TV show? No, probably not. If I hear it's good, maybe I'll watch it. But legitimately, I'm not saying this to be mean. The Harry Potter actor, I'm not sold. I'm not sold. I'm not sold, bro. He's got no aura. It's just a fact. He's just a kid. So was Daniel Radcliffe. And Daniel Radcliffe had aura. You can have aura at 12. Okay? That's your only reason? I mean, that, and it's probably going to be very similar. But, yeah, and also, there hasn't been much TV I've been watching lately. I don't know what TV has been, I can't think of, we watched The Boys with Stream, and I'm not a The Pit guy. I loved the new Game of Thrones. I loved it. I thought it was so good, so perfect for the moment. I think, yeah, the Night of the Seven Kingdoms was great. A surprising return to form. Survivor 50? Dude, I have too many fucking unks around me who are in a Survivor. I can't be another one. I got to listen to the Stanzas and Jarvis, and they all fucking love Survivor. They snuggle up in their bed and they get excited for a new episode and they watch it and they have favorite characters, and I just can't do it. I can't do it. 50 seasons, bro. Obviously, I watch the Beast games every episode. Obviously, I don't miss a fucking episode of Beast games. I'm locked into that. That storyline is riveting. Stan's like Survivor. Stan doesn't like Survivor. Stan's fucking loves Survivor. He's seen every season multiple times. Stans knows every Survivor character across 50 fucking seasons. He has rankings. He's true Survivor dyed in the wool. Calling a real person a character, calling a reality show archetype a real person. Flipped it on you, bitch. Okay. You'd love, I got a cheat skill in another world and I became unrivaled in the real world too. What is this? That's the name of a show? Got a cheat. I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled. Oh my God, bro. I should have fucking known. I should have known, bro. It's literally about a short, meek middle school student who's bullied at school and isn't tormented by his family, and then goes to another world where he's a god and he's cool and fucking everyone's hot and loves him. That's the fucking show. Literally me. Literally me for real. Meek middle school instead of Meek Mill. If it was a show about how Meek Mill, the rapper, went to a different world, that would be interesting. I'd watch that. Can we please watch the TED series? I watched the whole series because you brought it up on stream one time. Let's unpack this message. In this message, you are saying somebody one time brought up TED on my stream, which caused you to binge the whole thing. And then because of that, you are begging me to watch it again so you can watch me watch it. A show that you just watched recently. Because somebody on here mentioned it. It's a show about a talking bear. It's a cash-in off a mid-movie. Oh, we're cooked, bro. We're cooked. We're fucking cooked. We are going to watch The Boys tonight, though. The show is 10x better than the movie, but yeah, true. Oh my God, Yeti. We have Ride or Die Ted defenders in my chat? Ted! The show about like a wise-cracking talking bear who says like naughty stuff a teddy bear shouldn't say. And this is your... Dude, the amount of people saying it's fucking goated is crazy. Ted IMDb, Ted show. Let's watch the trailer. I already hate it. It's a Peacock original.
Can't believe we're halfway through senior year.
Yeah, time flies when you're stoned 15 hours a day.
I'm gonna go to college, having never had a girlfriend.
Hey, what about Erin? She's single.
Never happened, though. She doesn't date dorks.
Hey, you never know. Maybe she's sick of guys with lots of confidence, chiseled jaws, and huge dicks.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
I don't think I've been this high before. Do I have human feet right now?
I wish I was a baller.
Oh, man, she's so hot. I wish we could call one of those numbers.
You want to?
I wish I was a little bit.
So what's your fantasy?
I touch your boob.
Oh, God!
Teddy, cut it out. You're hurting her.
Oh, shit, is it too much? I'm just trying to have fun.
Whoever made these calls, know this. Most masturbators are caught within the first 48 hours.
We're fucked. Get back here!
Run, Johnny! Oh, jeez.
You're an adult now. That means responsibility.
Teddy, dry as done.
Jesus Christ!
Teddy, what happened?
Next time you start that thing, fucking knock first.
This sucks. The same loser I was the day I walked in here.
That's what growing up's all about. Making mistakes.
Am I lesbian now?
I'm going to bed. And letting your mother fix it.
No more mistakes for us. Hand me that bong. You and I are now adult members of society.
Abso-fucking-lutely not.
Have you ever played D&D before?
They have a D&D episode?
You're a real pal, Johnny. You know that? Now, would you sit in Blair's car and be my lookout while I have dirty bear sex with Mrs. Robachek?
Teddy, it would be my honor.
Johnny! Johnny! Johnny, start the car!
What the fuck is that?
Big purple dick! Go, go, go! We gotta get the fuck out of here!
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was.
All right, so that is what you said is fucking top tier peak cinema best TV. Breaking Bad, watch out. The Wire, watch out. Ted. It's legit better than The Sopranos. To each their own. To each their own. To each their own. To each their own. Unk doesn't get it. The bear says curse words, and that's not normal. Oh, fuck. Wait a minute. No, I fucking do get it now. He's like a cute teddy bear, but he talks like a foul mouth. He's got a potty mouth. Shit. Wait, that is fucking funny. I'm in. I'm gonna watch fucking 200 episodes tonight. Something I've been thinking about a lot recently is the sheer volume of content, TV, movies, and music that's so readily available these days. I think the amount of content really harms my generation's ability to connect with each other and date and such. I don't know about all that, but I do think I think there's something to there's no more monoculture in any way. I think that the monoculture is dead. Like, people have their own niche, famous people even, that your group or community or friend like think, oh, that's amazing, but no people don't even know. Like, no, LeBron is a monoculture, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The monoculture only kind of is clinging on to older celebrities who are above 40. It's like Taylor Swift, LeBron James, Denzel Washington, some older actors, but like that's it. There's so few clavicular. No, because that's Gen Z famous. But they're not famous with the boomers won't know who they are. They're used like someone like back in the day with Tom Cruise or whatever would be famous to everybody. There's Timothy Chalamet, I guess, but the monoculture is clearly dying. It's just like, and you know, the idea that everyone in America has watched American Idol or Survivor, like, you know, when I was a kid, that show had like the most absurd ratings. It was like 4 in 10 households would watch an episode as it premiered. And now there's nothing like that. There's nothing that's like a universal monoculture thing. There's no like one big album. Hera says you're the new RTS GOAT. Is he live? I'm gonna call him. Is he live? Oh, did he raid me? Wait, no, okay. Wait. I mean, did he raid me? You got lucky? Ain't no luck here, Hera. You need to apologize, bro. I went back, I watched the fucking clip. The first half of the game is you saying, I don't respect Atrioc as a gamer. He has no chance of winning, is what you said. What fucking... That's what you said, bro. That's 2-0 right now. And I beat Yamato Cannon, who beat Tyler 1. So I'm declaring free win on this tournament. So once you win, Hera, I want a check. I want at least 5 grand of that 10 grand. You should have stayed in the tourney. Bro, I'm being fucking slandered. I'm being slandered. The narrative on me dropping out of the tournament is turning into like people making jokes that I said I didn't have time to play video games. That's not what happened, bro. That is not what happened. I of course could play the game. I would love to have done it. That's exactly what happened. No, it's not what happened. Bro, that's not what happened. You said it's taking up too much of my time? That's not what I said. What I said was, I was in Grubby's chat. He asked me, do you want to join the tournament? I typed in his chat, sure. Then I started practicing. I practiced Night Elf for 2 days, trying to de-rust, figure the game out. Then, the day before he's going to announce the tournament, he messages me and he goes, hey, you're not allowed to play Night Elf. You have to play Human. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'll play Human. So I start downloading Human replays and I start watching it. And I realize I don't know anything about Human. I have no idea how to play the game. I don't know what the fucking heroes do. I don't know anything. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll learn it. And then I get a message from FlyQuest because last year I did a Magic tournament with them and they said, do you want to do it again next year? And I said, yeah, of course. And then they messaged me and they go, hey, by the way, this is not their fault. They told me this ahead of time. I just didn't know it. But they're like, are you ready to go? It's in Vegas this year. And instead of 1 day, it's 3 days. And like, they told me this, but I didn't know this. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not blaming them, but I'm like, oh, so now I got to go to Vegas and I have to do it for 3 days. So I thought it was going to be in LA like last year. So now I'm upset because I have to do this thing I forgot I had to do. And then I get a fucking tax thing and I have to go fucking find a tax person because there's a problem with my 2024 taxes. So all this shit hit at the same time and it was 3 a.m. and I was like, bro, and then Grubby's like, we're announcing tomorrow. So And I was like, Grubby, I think you should take me out because I'm not sure. You know, whatever. So that's what happened. But then I solved all those problems and I loved the game. So that's what I fucking, it turned out to be not a big deal. Get back in. If somebody drops out, if Dantes doesn't want to play, I think I'm back in. But if I'm not, then I'll just cast. I'll cast you winning, Hera. You know what you need to do, Hera? You need to practice, bro. You're putting in hours, but I saw that Yamato cannon passed you today, bro. Chop, chop. You got to win because then if you win, I can claim forever that I would have won. The more I play, the worse I get. Now you know how I feel about Age of Empires, motherfucker. Now you know how I feel. You're making fun of me grinding AoE, can't get back to 1500, bro. It's hard. I feel like the more I played, the worse I got. Hard-ass fucking game. Yamato's actually super good. So I watched Yamato Cannon versus Tyler 1. Yamato Cannon is like Einstein-level genius because he is the slowest player I've ever watched and wins incredibly high rate. He's like playing like he's sipping coffee. Like he's like just like slow scrolling, grab, click the fucking button, and then but everything he's doing is right. Could have been you if you played human. I think if they put Hera on human, he would have crushed this tournament 100x. Human is so Age of Empires coded. Pancake Batter BTW. Thank you for the 6 months. What do you think of James Murdoch potentially buying Vox? Fucking, we're going to talk about it on the episode. I have no idea. They won't tell us shit. Nobody tells us shit. We're going to do some research and talk about it on probably next week's episode. See what it fucking means. But at the end of the day, our only interaction with Vox is through a Slack channel where they say, can we do this sponsor? And we say yes or no. So it shouldn't change too much of our fucking... Oh wait, someone get this in. Hey, thank you for the gifties. My bad, I fucking missed it. I'm super sad, by the way. I don't know, Hera's probably not still here, but Hera viewers, I'm super sad that I wasn't live. Just to be 100% clear, I did not stream snipe Hera. I've tried to stream snipe Hera. I wanted to stream snipe Hera, but when I'm live. And like I've told him in chat, like he was like, do you want to play a custom game offline? And I was like, no, we should do it online. It'd be more fun. My reaction would have been fucking hilarious. I want to talk so much shit. I was literally rage queuing shirtless in the morning. And I did 6 losses in a row, and then I got Hera on the 7th. He just fucking... And I'm the win, of course. Dude, I was actually in a bad mood. I guess I'm glad I wasn't live, because I was losing, and all the games were kind of close. And then I just got you, and I was like, oh, fuck. I almost thought about asking for a draw at the start because I wanted to be on stream and in a good mood and like make it content. But I'm going to take my win. The reason I didn't, I'll tell you the honest reason. The honest reason, Hera, that I didn't go for the draw is because the map was my favorite map. And I was like, this is my chance, bro. I love that map. I know the Crete route really well. I can expand easy on. Like, I know that map in and out. So I was like, well, I'm not going to fucking miss my shot. Which map? Autumn Leaves or whatever. Autumn, whatever. I like that map a lot. W map knowledge? No, I don't have any map knowledge. I think that's one of my weaknesses, according to Kevin, is that I don't know the maps and I don't know like what to creep or what to do. But on that map, it's so obvious. It's so like, it's like just this, go. Play aggressive. Dude, this guy is asked to watch this video 140 times this stream. Bro, maybe I just don't want to watch it right now. Like I'm vibing with chat, bro. I really gotta watch your fucking video about private equity and boomers. I don't like private equity. I don't like boomers. What about that? Private equity doesn't make me hate boomers. I'll tell you that right now. I hate boomers, honest to God, fair and square, with no money changing hands. I hate for the love of the game. Oh yeah, and I'm not really a fan of that guy Jen's videos in general. I think he steals other YouTubers' videos, but then not even reacting to them. He just takes the content out of them and then makes his own script. And so I don't like that because it feels whack. I can't say who. Is arguably better than reaction content. I think it's worse. That's just me personally. I know there's a litany of opinions on reaction content, but I think reaction content is like a discovery method for YouTubers. Well, I think when you steal it, I think it's worse. I think it's plagiarism. What did I was gonna say something. Oh yeah. I can't say who, but somebody, you're gonna say Ludwig, but it's not him, I promise you. I promise you it's someone else. Somebody I know got to meet with the higher ups of YouTube. And like the CEO. And the CEO of YouTube had some creators out to ask them questions about the platform. And it was Gavin Newsom. And they asked him, well, he spent the first part of the meeting just glazing how the new AI features are going to make YouTube even better for creators. And all the creators are kind of like, well, how? In what way? And then somebody asked him, okay, those all seem kind of cool, I guess. But what about like the ability of someone to just take your video, feed it into AI, generate a new script with the same details, read it, and then upload it? And then the CEO was like, well, we believe in free speech on this platform. Like, oh, fuck. That's so fucking cringe. That's so fucking cringe. They just don't care, bro. They just don't care. See the Hassett interview where he talks about credit card usage spiking? No. Let's see. Is Kevin Hassett Breaking Bad now that he didn't get to be Fed chair? This won't load. Kevin Hassett credit cards. Wait. He's boasting? He's not confessing, he's bragging? Trump official boasts that Americans' credit card spending is, quote, through the roof. That's far from a good thing. He made a stunning remark to Fox News Wednesday in response to an initial question about jobs. The jobs market is going to be very, very strong. I heard from the head of one of the big 5 banks in my office that going through the credit card data, credit card spending is through the roof. They're spending more on gasoline, but they're spending more on everything else too. Why the fuck are you celebrating that? People don't want to use credit cards. They have to, bro. Golden age. Fucking golden age. Credit card data is up. Way, way up. People are spending more on gasoline. Damn, that's awesome. I use it for the thrill. Hayden wrote that article. Yeah, and then I got my co-host shaming me because I don't use a credit card. How fucked is that? All right, wait, it's 9:50. I think I'm gonna play one Warcraft game and then watch The Boys, all right? We got some Hera viewers here. I wanted to show you how a master does it, all right? How a real fucking legend puts this together. We're gonna watch The Boys. I actually want to watch the new episode. I'm excited for it. A mouth breathing night elf. All right, let's not get racist here unless it's against undead. This is my morning. This is my morning. Loss, Hera. I was so pissed, bro. I was just next queue. Never play another game? Play one right now. Let's go! Wait, where's everybody at? So what am I at? I'm at 1263. Tyler 1 is at 1240. Dude, look at Tyler. Oh, look at his losses, bro. Okay. I don't like this matchup. Oh, it's crashing. All right. We will. Go look, have fun. The thing is, unlike a brain dead orc, Night Elf doesn't have time to type good luck have fun until we get our Ancient of War down. Okay? I can't say GLHF until after this building is created. And then I can say good luck, good luck. I never say have fun. Because I want them to have a bad time. I wish them all luck in the world, but I want them to have a bad time. Okay. My face when I'm chud maxing in chat. Why are you typing that right now? I need focus. Quit chud maxing in chat when I need to focus, bro. You go here. You go here. Next one goes to Scout. And then goes here. Dude, shift click is so broken in this game. You can shift click like everything. Come on, come on, come on, come on! Fuck. This is a bad base layout. No! What the hell's... Oh, wait. Okay, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. It's on 4. Oh my god, he's everywhere. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. I see everything. Go here. Actually, you go here. Okay, get up. Eat a tree. Shoot this. Okay. You get on this. You get on this.
Create more moonwells. We can't build there. Create more moonwells.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Not going as well as I thought. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Okay. You get over here. Put you on 5. And we get this. And we're in a good spot. I'm gonna go ahead and fucking get this right now. Just for fucking... Get this. And I want this thing at 245. Okay, 245, 245. 245, look alive, baby. Kill these trappers. 245, look alive. 245, look alive. 245. 245, there we go. There we go. And we pick that up, and then we hit these, and then we go attack. Get out there and do a little pressure, a little praha. Okay, let's do something about that. You get up. Go down here. I'm feeling really good about this. Yeah, everything's looking good. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking good. Do I want to buy? No. No. Just want to destroy some burrows. Let's destroy some burrows. Back up, back it up. All right, we got STP. That's probably good enough. That's probably good enough. High key. Yeah, it's probably good enough. Get one of these. More of these. Get this. We're gonna get level 3. And we level up. Yeah, looking fucking good, actually. Looking fucking good. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah. He didn't expand, did he? Okay. Go back over here. Everything's looking good. It didn't build because of the fucking sheep! Oh, you stupid game! Oh, it didn't build the fucking building because a sheep was in the way. How fucked is that? How fucked is that, bro? Oh, that's so tragic. He's not expanding, is he?
Your building is complete.
He's not expanding, is he? All right. His army is away from base. So I'm going to go in and make a mess. Wait, this guy needs to die. This guy needs to die. That was nice. That was nice, big dog. That was nicely done. Yup. Okay. Get one of these. I think you're going to keep focusing you, so I would like to get one of these. But it's fine. Okay, we're going to go and attack this. Okay. You know, while we're here, we should probably Uh-huh. Okay. It's a bear. Oh, come on. Really? You're gonna make my ass get more moon wells? Okay. Give this to you. Holy, I'm cooking. Okay, we have the bear technology. Get this thing over here. Fucking get this thing. Stupid sack of shit. God damn it. Guys, let the demon hunter tank it though, right? Because he's the tank. Right? So you probably want him to tank it. But no, that's cool. We'll just not do that. Okay, just get all the upgrades.
Your building is
Okay. We need to get a pendant of energy. We need to get a fucking. We need to get a protection spell and a. This. You need to get one of these, and I'm gonna say fuck it, one of these, and then you're gonna go attack. Perfect. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. The big moment. It's a big moment. Let's get out there and make it about us. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a big army.
research finished.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit! Oh, I'm getting my ass kicked! I'm getting my ass kicked! Oh, brother. He doesn't have an expansion, though. He doesn't have an expansion. Relax. He doesn't have expansion. Okay. He doesn't have an expansion. So it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. I'm not worried if you're not worried. We're going to get a little more. That didn't go well, though. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it a fucking stack and a half. That did not go well. I'm losing. I am losing. Oh, get him. Get his ass. 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 Click it! Oh, fuck. Oh. Wait, this is going fucking poorly. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck me. I'm losing this fight so badly. Wait, how do you hurt? How do you fight these guys? Oh no, bro. I got no fucking money. I'm poor as shit. Maybe I need to auto dispel. Maybe I need more dispels. That's what I need, is more dispels, bro. Maybe. I don't actually know. I think I'm just gonna lose. I think I'm just gonna lose. My ass is getting just fucking kicked up and down the street by this orc army. Maybe I can farm my way to level 5, but I doubt it.
Ah, the great outdoors. Is there trouble? Making trails.
Uh.
My strength is yours. My path.
Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him.
My strength is yours. Of course. The time has come.
Okay, how do I win this? How do I win this?
Our sacred grove is being desecrated. Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Gladly. Making trails. Insufficient gold.
Our time is short.
Are we being invaded?
My strength is yours.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Insufficient gold.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Our time is short. I'm awake. I'm awake.
Oh my god!
Our sacred grove is being desecrated. Your man is right. Insufficient gold.
The sleeper has awakened. For cannonball.
Get fucked! Get fucked, dude. Get fucking absolutely wrecked. Asshole!
My strength is yours. At once, my path is
The great
Where
outdoors.
shall I strike? The sleeper has awakened.
In Ashara's name.
Insufficient gold.
Where shall I strike?
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Okay.
Create more moon.
I will not be trifled with. Time is short, mortal.
Is there trouble? Ah, the great outdoors.
The time has come.
Our will shall be done.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
My stay for the Empress.
Our time is short.
I'm ready. Make it. Taste mine.
For cannonball.
Yup. 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 Holy fuck, it's a comeback! It's a comeback, baby! Yes! That's what I'm talking about! Out microed! on every street. Can't lose your heroes like that, big dog. Can't lose your heroes like that. Holy. Holy, what a comeback. Doubters in shambles. God damn. But anyway, this is what I want to show you. Damn, the fight in that game. Dude, look at this. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 losses, 1 win. Honey Child, you broke the streak. It was a bad run. The Yamato Cannon game looks pretty good, though. 111 day? Wasn't it worse than that? Atrioc, I just won a competitive style group project. Reminded me of your Atrioc Gambit marketing video that you let you know. I love the stream, all by the stories. Plant Man, congratulations. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. It's 10:10. Probably perfect time to watch The Boys. I got a big W there. I don't think I need to do anything else. I don't think I need to do anything else. That was fucking fun. I just want to see if he had me dead to rights. I just want to see, because I felt like the early game was so good. So where did I lose? Like I won, but like this was so good. I made him TP. I got out of there. I was ahead in levels. I should have stolen his shit. That's what I should have done. Stolen this, stolen this. But I got this, like, everything was looking gravy, and then something goes dead wrong before I have to make a comeback. I walk up here. I killed his hero? Wait, how did I even come close to losing this? I don't even get it. Wait, I'm so ahead. I killed his hero. I out-creeped. I think I just don't know about Dispel, is the honest answer. That's the honest answer, is they make fucking clones and I don't know how to dispel them, and then I lose. So we do this fight. And he just kills my bear, and oh yeah, he just kills my whole fucking army. Oh my god, this is so bad. Oh my god, and then yeah, okay, this is, okay. I'm just an idiot. I'm just an idiot. I just fought too early, and I fought these fucking 4 chunked up fucking Blade Masters. I'm just stupid. That's what it is. But we came back with Micro. All right, guys. Thanks for watching today. Fun little vibe stream. I'm going to be back tomorrow with, I think, the Zuckerberg Prez is the time to do it. But for now, we're going to watch The Boys on Discord. If you want to watch the brand new episode of The Boys, we watch together in the Atrioc Discord. It's very funny. Very funny. So, Sevens, see you in the Discord. And if not, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Goodbye. Good luck. Godspeed. Oh, Lakers tomorrow. What time? Wait. I got to plan my day. Lakers tomorrow at 6:30. Okay, we stream early. We do the presentation. We vibe. We watch some shit. Maybe a Get Smarter Saturday. No, it's a Friday. And then we watch the Lakers. Perfect. I also don't mind doing a Lakers react. It'll be boring for you guys because you can't see the stream, but we'll do that. Anyway, I'll see you in the Discord. Goodbye.